Hey, what's going on, folks? I'm back with another legit food review, and I have with me one of my good friends, Vsauce Michael. How's it going?
Honey, I got sunscreen in my eye, dude. No.
I'm just getting on my shoe a little bit.
Are you worried about chicken juice on your shoe?
Yeah.
You're setting a fucking gutter raining chicken shit on me? Bad for these little fuckers. This is going really hard. Well, we're just getting started.
Jews are so funny when they get mad.
I don't eat pork. I told you this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to my attention. Our friend Idubbbz, you know, great friend of the channel, okay? Awesome dude, super cool dude. Never said anything horrible about him before in the past. Not once, not a single one. Alright, don't look back. Because if you do, you'll figure out I'm lying. Yeah, so he decided to drop a new content cop after the entire, year and a half of self-flagellation and calling himself a horrible person for making that kind of content in the past.
I am responsible for creating a lot of hurtful and damaging content on this channel, and I've also created a culture of apathy and I don't know, a lot of cruelty as well.
Well, he decided to drop one just yesterday on April 16th, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, whenever he dropped his little teaser trailer kind of bullshit thing, you know, there was a lot of people talking about it. It was gonna be a controversial thing, okay? A lot of people had their theories, okay? And it was on H3H3.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. No, I'm not gonna give you our thoughts on the H3 content nuke. I refuse.
Let me put it this way. We're very busy.
And yeah, if we let any of that enter our fucking lives, we'd kill ourselves.
So I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna break down the entire video. You know, those days are behind me, okay? I'm a better man. I found empathy, okay? I'm just here to make fun of the man, okay? Because I love making fun of Idubbbz. It's way too easy, okay? He just gives it to me, alright?
Hold up.
Not in a gay way. Hey, I'll receive it, okay? Oh, you've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl. But you know, poor little Idubbbz, okay? His views have been down, so he decided to completely stab his friend for almost close to a decade now in the back and side with all of the people who have been shitting on him on the internet and pushing their audience to call CPS on him.
I think it's time to hold all of them accountable. Here, for example, is Denims, aka Hassan Waiting Room, watching Bad Empanada talk about the state of our house and how we take care of our kids. Let's take a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from contact with it with their hands or something. But they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that maybe once a week I
I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit. This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting Giardo.
We already have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
Yeah, so he sided with all those people, and he decided to just jump on a bandwagon to get some views before his dying Creator Clash event ends up losing him a bunch of money again. Yeah, guys, it's the puppet master at work. Yeah, guys, he knows what he's doing, okay? He's the real kingpin in this situation, alright?
Anyone?
Hold on. What was that? Fucking 3 milligram Zin? What the fuck? Boy, you might be a bit putty, boy. Taking that 3 milligrams Zin, boy. 6 million buzz, boy. Swear to God. Oh, God, G. Oh, fucking God, G. 6 million only, boy. Fucking 3 milligram Zins? Really? Now, I see the 6 milligram Zins in that stack, but I'm willfully ignorant right now, okay? I am going to lie and deceive to prove a point, okay? That you're fucking gay. Seriously? Swear to God, if you're taking Zins, if you're doing nicotine, you should only ever be doing 6 milligrams, goddammit. 6s only, baby, okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. You're just wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time, for that matter. Fuck you, dude. But there was a lot of speculation around what this video was going to be about, on who the target of this content cop was going to be about. One person I would like to highlight, one person's opinion, is Gokanaru, a guy who has made an H3H3 hate video in the past. He said there's no way it's gonna happen, okay? It would be way too awkward because, you know, Lena, one of H3's employees, is literally fighting in the Creator Clash, and in the past couple of years, whenever the Creator Clash was, popping off and starting and everything, H3 was a huge part of promoting those events, okay? He was a huge part of getting publicity out. You know, while Ian and Anissa were busy, I guess, repenting for their old YouTube videos of the past, H3 was busy at work promoting their event and getting them money, okay? And making them money from his fan base. But Gokanaru, ladies and gentlemen, said there's no way this would happen, and he even said he would eat his own shoe.
A big claim being made that I want to dispel. People who don't know what the fuck they're talking about are claiming that Idubbbz is going to be making a content cop on Ethan Klein. Delusional. Not happening. If that happens, I will eat a shoe. I will physically eat a shoe, okay?
He deserves to eat a fucking shoe now, okay?
Be possible, okay? I thought that people were cooked. I thought they were fucking idiots if they thought this was the case. It is because you need to understand, right? Wait up. Ah, my teeth are gonna fall out. Yum.
So I'm not really gonna break down the entire video, but the whole gist is basically like a scorned lover sits down and makes an hour-long video on why you stink. That's pretty much what happened, okay? So basically, a couple weeks ago, H3 decided to go on live and was like, hey, Idubbbz, you've been associating and, and looking at the posts, and your wife has been looking at posts and liking them of people who have literally been, harassing us, okay, making fun of us, saying that we are abusing our children. And this all came off the back of people calling CPS on them and getting CPS over to H3's house. So there were a lot of emotions there, okay? Honestly, all of this could have been avoided if Ian wasn't just such a slimy little backstabbing fucking weasel, alright? He wasn't such a little snake in the fucking grass. okay, that he could have just even tweeted out something and just said, hey, like, I've known these people for a long time, and the way that they interact with their kids is amazing. They're amazing parents. Like, you don't even need to touch on the politics of everything. But no, these fucking useless sacks of shit went on their own podcast and were like, oh no, we're just gonna stay out of it. No, we don't really wanna. We don't want to get harassed. Yeah, we got harassed enough, man. So maybe we're not gonna do that.
Ethan's upset with I think some of our connections, and we've tried to reach out to Ethan to talk privately. Basically, it just seems like we're at a bit of an impasse. So we want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on and add to anything.
So much for that, Now he dropped an hour-long video just joining the bandwagon right after he said he wasn't going to. So, yeah, I guess your true colors are showing here, Ian. Like, he's such a little rat. Uh-oh, harassment incoming, ladies and gentlemen. Idubbbz is gay. His wife is a man. And it would be one thing if whenever, Anissa and Ian were getting a whole bunch of hate a couple years ago during Creator Clash, Ethan didn't say anything. That would be one thing, okay? But no, they had multiple podcasts together, and Ethan, on multiple occasions, whenever, Idubbbz wasn't even there, he defended him, and he was like, hey, these people don't deserve this hate. He's like, hey, guys, like, chillax, like, these are good people, I know them. He fucking defended his friends. It's like, but now, Ian is a shell of his former self, okay? He is quite literally just a fucking, I don't know, he's such a dweeb. And the intro with Hassan and everything, I don't know, man, it's just it's so unbearable. The whole video felt like it was 4 hours long, but it was just a solid hour, okay? Still way too long of a video for what he actually produced, but I don't know, man. And then a couple of pictures were put out with Ian with these incest babies, okay? Wow, you guys are so cool. You guys are so awesome.
I don't know. It's inspiring to see you and the whole crew build such a nice community. I look forward to doing that for myself in the future.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is correct. Frogan does make an appearance in the video. Now I understand that might be shocking. It might be scary to you, because it fucking terrified me whenever I first saw her face. She haunts me in my dreams, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Another person that Ian decided to side with was Idubbbz, okay? One of the main criticisms for Idubbbz was that she watched a Bad Empanada video. She just kind of co-signed people calling CPS on H3H3. I mean, obviously his kids didn't get taken away, but still, dude, you're siding with someone that did that? Really, Ian? The entire point of content cops in the past were literally to criticize someone who wasn't getting criticism, or at least widespread criticism, you know what I mean? Like for instance, one of the last content cops that came out was the Jake Paul content cop. Obviously Jake Paul was getting a shitload of criticism, but Ian was like, oh no, that's way too easy of a target, because literally everything about the guy has already been said. So he subverted it, and he's actually made the whole content cop on Rice Gum, because not a lot of people were hating on Rice Gum to the degree that they were talking about Jake Paul, whenever they were both pretty comparably bad, okay? Whenever they were both pretty much the same kind of sack of shit. And whenever the video dropped, okay, Idubbbz instantly texted AB and instantly texted Lena and was like, hey, I'm sorry to put you in the middle of this, man. I'm so sorry. This is so awkward, bro.
Maybe I checked.
He's defending it.
I checked my phone Ian did just message me. He said, I'm sorry to put you in the position.
Wow, what a fucking nice guy. Just message you now.
He said he dragged me when I was already unhappy with what was going on. I didn't appreciate that, especially since he refused to get on the phone with me.
What?
It was meant to go live before the show, but I was having technical difficulties. Again, I'm sorry you're caught in the middle. And I know you tried to de-escalate, but it's clear Ethan isn't interested in de-escalating.
De-escalate? I just said I vented about them not defending me. What the fuck is he like? He's actually losing his shit and I just can't believe it, dude.
Did you call him up?
Dude, you couldn't give him more of a heads up. You did it literally a couple minutes after the video dropped. Like, I don't know, dude. You're really proving everything that Sam Hyde said about you. And it's like, yeah, you are just kind of a fucking snaky piece of shit. You are literally just a fucking scorpion on the back of a frog. Okay, guys? You know, he's a YouTuber. What do you expect? I mean, these aren't like the greatest people in the world. It's not like I'm heartbroken to see it happen. I don't have like some crazy parasocial relationship with this guy. But yeah, Ethan reacted to it dropping. You know, he was a bit flabbergasted, rightfully so, because, you know, this is a guy who he's hung out with a lot.
What happened? There's more bad news?
I do have some more bad news for you. Some breaking news. Your old friend Idubbbz just released a video.
Yeah.
It's about you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. That is no, it can't be.
Well,
it actually can't be. Holy fuck, dude.
It sure is.
Oh my God. Holy fuck.
And from a quick scrub through, I think, well, it's going to be a little spicy.
Let's watch it. I mean, so like the thing is like, this guy went from saying he didn't want to get involved to supporting people calling CPS, like associating with people calling CPS on my family.
I look forward to doing that.
An atmosphere where someone like Bad Empanada is being platformed by people like Matt Lieb and Denims, who are friends with.
It looks like they're both in the video.
Check the description.
Oh my God! Like what? Like what? Why? What would I do to like fucking like what kind of fucking like bro? What kind of cowardly bullshit is this? Like we have one disagreement where I get upset because you guys aren't defending me publicly after everything I've done to support you guys, and like you bring on people who are fucking Denims and Frogan who did a fucking anti-Semitic tier list, and you're platforming them and co-signing them.
I don't know. It's inspiring to see you and the whole crew, you know, build such a nice community.
And by the way, to even make it even more crazy, Lena's fighting in your fight, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I actually can't believe that he did this. It's actually fucking unreal.
Pretty wild.
And it's just so pathetic too. Like, talk about a bandwagon.
You know, that's sweet. I appreciate that. As a friend, that means a lot to me. Your concern.
By the way, Idubbbz, Lena's fucking having a panic attack.
We'd kill ourselves.
because why would you do this and not even tell her? Like, why would you invite someone on the show and do this? It's just fucking mean-spirited. I can't. I'm genuinely in disbelief. I am genuinely in disbelief. And by the way, I know all the criticism that all these people level against me, and there's no shot that this video holds any fucking water. I'll watch the whole thing. I don't give a fuck.
So, yeah, I mean, definitely a bit of a stab in the back. But Ethan did go as far as to say that Sam Hyde truly broke this man's brain. All right, his mind has been crushed and destroyed ever since he interacted with Sam Hyde.
A joke in the video or not?
You know what's funny? I genuinely think that Sam Hyde broke Ian. And when he told me, he was like, he came and he
was
like,
such a bizarre chapter.
He says, I'm doing a documentary on Sam Hyde. I told him, and Anissa was here. I said, that's a huge mistake. Do not do it. You guys, I don't know who. I said, do not do it. Like, trust me. Because Sam's the type of guy who's going to get the best of you, really, no matter what. And he's It turns out he did, and he's even crazier than Ian anticipated.
Right.
He absolutely, I think it just broke him. And I mean, Sam Hyde's like super ultra right, so maybe he's just, I don't know. I'm like Sam Hyde now, apparently.
I was talking about it in
I don't think Sam thinks very highly of Jewish people either, so I don't know.
I was talking about it in the office the other day, but I didn't know who Sam Hyde was until Idubbbz brought him back in the spotlight.
That's it.
I think a lot of people didn't know who he was, and he kind of brought him back into the limelight, and kind of now he's like popular again.
Yeah, he's popping. And that's all thanks to Ian. Now, I'll say Sam is an extraordinarily funny guy that inspired me a lot when I was coming up. But he's also like, he's just a little crazy. That's, and also like extremely right wing and potentially a Nazi as well. Potentially a Nazi. I mean, when he did the World Peace show, there was a sketch where it was just a bunch of kids going, Jews, we love Jewish people. And I was like, this makes me very uncomfortable. But that's that. Sam Hyde, congratulations. You did break Ian's brain.
But my favorite part from the entire video, ladies and gentlemen, is, Ian, at the very end, okay, after an hour's worth of being a backstabbing little weaselly fuckwit, okay, he decides to cry because he relates so much to Hila and Ethan being harassed online, being a wife and a husband who are getting harassed online.
I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Hila. Like, fuck, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
All right, buddy. If you can relate to it that much, okay? If you have so much empathy, okay, in your little 30-year-old fucking brain, bud, okay? If you're such a good guy, okay, that you can truly relate to them on a emotional and spiritual level, okay? Why the fuck would you join on the bandwagon? I get closer and closer to suicide because of these people. Why would you be spreading the exact same bullshit, all right? The exact same, like, lying fucking, like, retard points that have been litigated over and over and over again. Why would you do all that if you empathized with them? Is it because all of your views are falling off? Is it because your failed fucking podcast never took off? It goes without saying that these people are quite literally retarded, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, it's not just me saying it, okay? I'm not just some crazy guy on the internet trying to claim that Ian and Anissa are mentally, aren't all mentally there. But even in their own words, okay? On multiple occasions, they have claimed that, they're fucking retarded.
I think the biggest thing for me that I'm finding out now as an adult is that I'm, like, almost 100% sure that I have autism.
And to even go a step further, ladies and gentlemen, I will prove it to you, since they are such big fans of Hassan Piker, ladies and gentlemen, in a poll, okay, in a census from 2024 on the Hasanabi fan base, the vast majority of all Hasanabi fans are retards. Sorry to break it to you. Don't come at the messenger, okay? I am just a honest, truthful actor here on the internet, and I cannot shy away from an uncomfortable truth. But it's funny to see all of like the reactions to all this bullshit. Like XQC reacted to it and was like, yeah, this is really just like nothing.
Well, I don't know, he's probably like watching people's reactions or whatever and it's like that, and probably I really didn't want to be harsh in the video. Off the rip, I didn't want to be harsh. So dislikes, I still give it a shot, okay? And this was like the most nothing burger of all time. I wish that he kind of spent the time with the video and halfway through went like, dude, I gotta be honest with you, I was gonna do a kind of nuke, like this cannot be a nuke, and just kind of stopped. Because yeah, you can shit equally on everybody in this video in a manner that is the same as this or more and make a better nuke than whatever the fuck this is.
The entire video is just, it literally is just some dude venting, having his little like trauma dump for an hour.
This is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible. This is not what podcasts are. Hold up. I think the most important thing to talk about on our first episode is maybe explaining to the people why we started this podcast. Like, what is the purpose? I feel like it could be this extra, I don't know, like a supplementary thing. For me, that's one of the reasons is it's like, oh, I just need to sometimes dump a little bit.
It doesn't really ever equate to any like hard-hitting criticisms like all of the other content cops before it. It was just him being like, oh yeah, well, I wasn't ever actually your friend in the first place. So why would I ever have to defend you? Yeah, even Keemstar came to Ethan's defense.
Ethan Klein and more than Ethan Klein, the H3H3 podcast, because I'm talking about the employees like Starkilla and his wife and just all these, that entire show has been supporting and platforming and getting behind Creator Clash, Idubbbz and Anissa for years, and everybody fucking knows it, all right? And everybody fucking knows it. So I actually see where Ethan's coming from. Here I am fighting against these terrorist supporters of Twitch, all right? And you and your fucking wife can't say a single thing to defend us? A single fucking thing. I understand where fucking Ethan Klein and Healer are coming from.
Me too.
And if I'm Idubbbz and you think they're overreacting, sure, whatever. But when you go and make a content cop in response, then it seems like fucking Healer Klein and Ethan Klein were 100% fucking validated in that opinion that you were not a friend. You responded with a fucking content cop proving that they were right for having those feelings. You fucking idiot. Anyhow.
Which is kind of crazy. And just like every great instance, every amazing moment of Frogan's career, she decides to cry again.
And to be quite honest, it's very hard to look at, karma will make its way. To me, it's very hard to look at it that way. I wish I had that point of view. You know what I mean? Because you see the shittiest fucking people at the top. I don't know if I believe in karma. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if I had to lose my career over this bullshit, at least I can say I was consistent in my views, and I have been consistently against genocide, and it consistently uplifted the Palestinian people.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
Others can't say that, but I can.
I'm like almost 100% sure that I have autism. Yeah.
You gay.
Simp for Frogan.
We'd kill ourselves.
And I feel like such a bitch for crying, but it's just like...
Yeah.
Like, you sit and reflect, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
There are some days I just sit, and I'm just like, I'm just like, I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? You know what I mean?
Somehow she made this entire thing about herself and was like, oh my god, I don't care if I lose my entire career over Ethan Klein. Dude, you're not gonna lose your fucking career. Number one, you never had a career to begin with. I'm not saying that I do, okay? I'm just saying 50 viewers on a live stream is not a career. It's a hobby, okay? Let's not get too crazy with these labels now, all right? Let's not mislead people. Now, I guess there is still one last thing I do have to say. Yeah, you whore out your wife, dude. Okay? She quite literally in the past has said, yeah, I actually didn't want to keep doing it, and then Idubbbz was the one who kept pushing me to whore my body out and let a whole bunch of faceless, nameless men on the internet jack off to my naked body.
I wanted to quit OF like so early on, and Ian was like, no, you promised 2 years at least. I'm going to make you stick to it. And I did, and I mean, I still do it, so. Can I say that?
Like I always say, get your bag, okay? All right, ladies, I understand there's going to be a lot of desperate, lonely guys out there that you could take advantage of and take their money so that they can jack off and nut to your boobies and papa. But I would never want my daughter to end up like that. And if she does, she would be very, very dishonorable. She'd be very dishonorable.
I fucking hate thoughts. I hate whores. Women who sell their body online fucking suck. That's the worst.
You're a whore.
Want to see how long I can make my eyes clap?
Whore. You're a whore, just admit it.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Hopefully I get out of Massad's dungeon soon. Gay retard out.